I'm Davidson Lloyd, a student at Cranfield University, into my second year of my PhD. The title of my PhD study is The Effects of Rhizosphere Priming on Soil Carbon Turnover. The concept of priming entails the additions of small, labile, available forms of carbon that can cause the decomposition of stored organic matter in the soil. In this case, we are looking at the rhizosphere, which is an area of soil that is in contact with the plant roots. And plants supply this labile form of carbon in the form of root exudates. So during photosynthesis, when plants take up and fix carbon dioxide, not all is stored within the plant. A lot, as much as 50%, is actually released back into the soil as respired carbon dioxide and also as root exudates. Plants themselves act as a conduit for the exchange of carbon between the atmosphere and the soil. And it is very significant that we have a good handle of the mechanisms, because what we would like to do, or what is in the interest of all of us on this planet, is that the soil stores more and more carbon. We would want to keep it there. But there's a limit to that, in the sense that, yes, the increased carbon dioxide will enhance plant growth, but on another level, this plant growth cannot continue, until infinity, because you have other factors that are limiting. You have a limited amount of moisture. You have a limited amount of soil fertility. So there will be a point where the soil will not be able to absorb as much of the carbon dioxide that we load into the atmosphere. So hence, this work is very, very important. I think the main benefit is in trying to understand the mechanism of a very complex problem that can have serious implications for our climate. It can impact how we do agriculture, because if you have a better understanding of the soil and you want it to serve more as a sink for carbon in terms of storing carbon as opposed to being a source of carbon, it could inform better our agricultural practices so that we actually achieve that. I think we need to connect people, their everyday lives, to soil. When you drink some water, somehow you don't relate that to soil. But soil is the best filter on earth with regards to, So if we can make those connections to soil in everyday life, which is somehow paradoxical that it's not, it's not immediately apparent. And there's this slogan that I love very much, which says, "Don't treat soil like dirt." I think this is a very strong message. What I enjoy most is being able to interact with the soil almost on a daily basis, but also the people that I get to interact with, very knowledgeable, my supervisors, and coming to being part of the British Soil Science Society as well, where you get to interact with other colleagues and find out. That's a crucial part of my work, and I enjoy that very much. Just an opportunity to learn every day. Yeah. Well, my goals, the immediate one is to complete this PhD. After that, hopefully get involved in some role that can impart and bring change with regards to soils and the relations to our climate, and so on in any part of the world that I can get a job.